Hey, y'all. Welcome to another edition of the Elite Mancast. Every week, man, y'all gonna have some good information. We're gonna give y'all some great topics so we can all grow as a community and elaborate. So we need everybody to go to YouTube, like, subscribe, share, and tell a friend to tell a friend so that we all can be part of a growing community. And that's what we want to do for y'all as men, because as we know, it's God, it's man, it's the family, it's the wife, and then the kids. But without the man having the knowledge, without the man being the educator, being the nurturer, without the man leading by example, the wife has no business trying to run the household, because the man is supposed to run the household and the wife is supposed to follow his lead. But if he's not leading properly, if she doesn't know where the family's going, she's not going to be a part of it. No way. So let me let you know that now. But the family we have to be great. The topic tonight is consumers versus investors, but we have to be great consumers and we have to be better investors, because we are the ones who create the whole atmosphere in the household, as we should be anyway. I don't know how all men do it, but in this household, I have to set the tone for the household so that the household can run properly. But man, y'all got to know, man, we got the greatest panel on the board. Got Coach KD. We got Mr. Return on Investment. Y'all better hear. And we got Mr. Michael. I'm telling y'all, man, this is going to be a great topic. We got some great information for y'all, man. Tune in. Tell a friend to tell a friend. So we're going to start off, man. You know, I'm going to start out with Mr. ROI, because I like that name right there, man, because he always come up with something good for y'all. Y'all don't even understand. You go, Mr. ROI, what's going on, brother?
Great, man. Staying busy as usual. I love the topic, consumer versus investors, simply because, like you said before, you have to be a great consumer in order to become a better investor. That's what I ended up doing with my business. I was a consumer. I was working for somebody. Then I decided to invest in myself, invest in my dreams, bought a food truck, catering company, and I'm here.
Okay.
That you can't
big dog.
Yeah, like you can't tell a consumer your dreams, your ambitions, because their mind always on like, okay, I can't afford this. An investor will look at it like, well, how can I afford this? Same thing with a food truck. Before, I can afford a food truck. Then I started to think, what can I do to afford a food truck? Oh, $65,000. Let's go. So change your mind.
I love it. That's what I'm talking about. Change your mind.
Yes, sir.
Mike, what you got?
Well, y'all done took all of my good topics. I'm thinking about dropping on everybody. But that's what it's all about. We all learning the information. But what I found out, or what I realized in the research, is that it's all a mindset thing. Because we've all been there. We've all been investors at one time or another. We've all been consumers. But a consumer is basically going to keep asking how much, and they're going to spend frivolously. But an investor is going to say, well, how can I make a return on this? If I invest, Mr. ROI, what is my return on investment? So you got to change your mindset, because it's not about trying to buy stuff that's on sale. It's about getting out there and putting yourself in a position to do things and make your money work for you. Okay.
That's it, man. And that's what I love about Donald Trump's of the world, Bill Gates of the world. They do things that make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? He might not be good for some people's mindset, but Donald Trump, he makes things move and shake, man. He takes nothing and makes something out of it. But hey, man, I'm gonna let Coach finish this off, man. Coach, before we get this show started, what you got, man, on this topic?
Man, Man, it's truly wonderful to be in the land of the living. I'm so glad about it. I'm so glad about it. In the world of consuming and investing, man, you know, I can remember being a consumer, you know, all the time. And then I can remember being an investor. I always used to buy product and get rid of product, if you know what I mean. So look, I'm doing it different now. I'm the retail king, you know. Hey, when we get through this show, you're going to understand that it ain't all about just product. You know what I'm saying? You can invest in your life. You get what I'm saying? And that's what I ended up doing. I came from a life of worldly things, man, and I invested in my life. I wanted to do something different. My life wouldn't change until I changed my life. So that's all with consuming and investing. Am I going to continue to consume alcohol and drugs, or I'm going to invest in my life? That's where I'm going to take it. Good to see you guys tonight, man.
That's a great place to take it, because you got a lot of young people these days who are doing the Molly, who doing the prescription drugs, and then they're gonna say, "Hey, man, it's a prescription drug. It's from the pharmacy." Just like alcohol. Alcohol is from the prohibition and all that. They from the government. The government passed it when it can kill people. When it can, you know what I'm saying? You consume enough of it, it can kill you.
Yeah,
that's right.
But we don't pay attention. See, we don't consume this type of information as detrimental to our health or to our life. We just say, "Hey, man, it's a party. We gotta have spirits." No, you don't have to have it. You don't have to have it, but you like it because it puts you in a different spirit.
That's
you know.
That's it.
So we definitely had to be a part of the investing part of this world, because a lot of times, man, we get caught up in what the next person is doing, on what they're buying. Oh, John just bought a new Porsche. Well, I'm finna go get 2 Porsches.
Okay.
When we don't even have to be that way. You know what I'm saying? We have to understand that investing our time, energy, and money into the right situations, that's how we become wealthy. You know what I'm saying? And that's the beauty of this world that we live in, because America's for sale. That's why Bill Gates bought 297,000 acres of land.
Yeah.
Yeah, he owns the most land mass in the United States. You see what I'm saying? So he already know what he's gonna do. I'm gonna make all these GMO products. I'm gonna make, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make all this toxic food so we can keep this pharmaceutical company running. But a lot of us don't think like that.
Right.
They don't think past he just bought the land. Oh, I'm gonna buy me some land. When? Why would you keep saying you're gonna buy you some land and just go ahead and have somebody to figure out for you, how can I obtain this land? But Bill Gates bought majority of it, so y'all gonna have to go through Bill, and y'all know he taxed.
All day long.
Bill Jackson, boy, he liable to put COVID in y'all soil.
Wow.
Man. But hey, man, go ahead.
I was about to say, that goes back to what you were saying a couple of weeks ago about Food and Drug Administration. Putting them both in the same sentence makes no sense. And now it's one agency.
Yeah,
so you got the overseers of the food. Yeah. Now you got the food killing people, and then the pills are supposed to be healing you, are killing you as well.
Say, man, thank you.
A no-win situation when you come to that.
Yeah.
See, that's why I be making these posts. I don't make posts just to make a post. I really mean and stand on these things, because, like when I said, unlearn everything that you've been taught by your parents, because it's a way different time now. It's a way different day now. Schools were invented, no disrespect, Coach, but schools were invented for you to be on the assembly line. That's why you hear the bell ring after every 30 or 45 minutes of class. And then when you leave that class, you're going to another class that's not teaching you the same thing the last class taught you. So now you're forgetting what you was taught. Now, if you got 3 to 4 different topics in each day, you're not getting that information fully. So why not have a whole day of math? Why not have a whole day of understanding language and reading? So that way you can absorb that information. So if you got 5 different topics throughout your day and you're interacting with people who have not a clue on what's going on, what are you consuming? Consuming bad information. Y'all blind leading the blind. So that's why the school system is gonna remain the same, because we're in the school system, we're creating more workers. We're creating an assembly line of people who take order.
So that's
y'all stand in a straight line. Y'all stand in the hallway. Y'all hear the bell ring, get to class. Basically saying get to work.
Yeah, but you
go back to the plantation so we can teach y'all what we want y'all to know. We're not gonna give you the advantage on learning what you need to learn so that you can be greater, but we're gonna give you a math problem that does not have nothing to do with my future. We're gonna give you an English or a history lesson that has nothing. So we're gonna steady feed you, because you're the consumer. We're gonna steady feed you the nonsense that's not gonna obtain in your future. We're gonna give you something that's, it can help you right now, but it's really not helping you right now.
That's the difference.
I'm gonna let you elaborate, Coach. I'm gonna let you go ahead.
Yeah. I hear you. And I can say I don't. I hear what you're saying, but that's the difference in a public and a charter school. You know, charter school, you get to do a little things differently. What we're doing, we're making them globally inclined, so you're able to teach them real world problems. You know, now and then we don't have a bell system. We do have 40-minute, 5-minute classes, and then they have a thing where you could do A day, B day. You know, so it's switching up some. And the charter school is able to do that. But now what you're saying is true. I'm not knocking what you're saying, but a charter school is able to do a little different. And we're trying to do things different, you know, because the mundane thing of and the order, it do get you ready for a seminar. It don't teach you entrepreneurship, you know. So that's why we have at my school, we come with financial literacy. We have classes where they're life skill classes, you know. So those things are coming about at my school, and we're a charter school, so we're able to do that, you know. So things are moving in a different direction, but it still boils down to that kid and that family choice to help that child be different. We can't just leave it up to the school. You get what I'm saying? So what are you teaching them at home?
But so let me I don't mean to cut you with, but what do you do as a teacher to make sure that the parent gets the information? Do you send the letters home, or do you call the parent yourself?
Both.
See, that's where the difference comes in the education process. If more of you reach out to the parent, hey, check this out, parent. What I sent home today was such and such. And I know you can't call every parent, and I know, you know, that would be, but you said y'all are charter school and you do things different. So go ahead and elaborate.
I'm gonna tell you what we do different. So we got an app called Remind. You get what I'm saying? So Remind app is just like Facebook or it's like a social media, but it's not social media. It's just like have you ever been on GroupMe?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm saying,
Remind is like GroupMe. I'm able to blast out to every parent that's on my Remind.
But does it go directly to their phone?
Huh?
Okay, I had a question. Does it go directly to their phone, or does it go to an email?
Phone.
So it goes to their phone.
Yeah, they sign up by their phone, not by an email.
Beautiful.
Hey, Coach, let me ask you a question.
Come on, man.
Now, you say that the charter school is different, but does the Board of Education still govern what y'all are allowed to teach?
We have our
Do they give y'all requirements of what the students have to learn?
We don't.
So your students don't have to take the knowledge test that all students have to take every year.
Yes, like for instance, an algebra class got to take an end of course algebra test. Yeah, they do take tests like that. We have South
So
Carolina
basically,
Red.
you still being governed by the public school
Oh
system,
yeah, definitely.
even though you're charter school.
I'm not saying so.
You
Listen,
still teaching the
you
same?
still got a pattern that you got to go by. That's what they say. That's what they do. You ain't gonna be able to change that. But what additive do you have? What? So if I'm teaching Pythagorean theorem, you get what I'm saying? I'm gonna show them how it's good for them in building construction. And I'm gonna show them they learn an area. I'm gonna say how much it take for you to paint that wall. If 1 gallon of paint covers 350 square foot, how many gallons of paint do I need to paint this room? That's what I'm gonna do.
What's the dimensions of the room?
You get what I'm saying?
That's what. But coach, let me say this: you are that teacher to do that. Who's to say that every single teacher is doing that? So I would like your class sometimes, but then I like Mr. Johnson class because he don't teach us that at all, and all he do is just let us sleep in his class.
That's what. Okay.
And you got those teachers.
Yeah, and
That's all I'm saying.
You saying it needs to be like that all the way across the board.
All the way across the board. That way, the next generation that you have coming up, that you're programming, I just want them to have the same opportunities of being an adult to say, hey, man, I'm going to trade school. I'm not going to a university. I'm not going to no college. I'm not going to fund. I'm not going to get in debt for somebody else's benefit.
Wow.
Because that's where you start out at as 19 years old. Now your first debt is $30,000 to $20,000
for that year.
If you're in a major university. If you're in a main university, your debt ratio, now you're starting out behind the 8 ball. You're not even able to be on the playing field. So they're giving us the information that they want us to have as far as being behind already. I want y'all to start behind. Not saying that white people or brown people are not doing the same thing. Everybody who's going to college, you start out with a debt unless you got $60,000 to pay for your child's education.
And they're giving you a free credit card.
And then, well, it ain't nothing free in America, man.
Well,
Come on,
I'm saying, you could get it like that. You can get it like that.
But if you spend the money on the credit card, as soon as you spend the money on the credit card, what happens? They're gonna tell you have to pay, or hey man, it's gonna go on your credit.
Yep.
So how is it free?
Is it set up?
The word
I was saying it's free to get. It's easy to get. You get what I'm saying? Like you don't have to do that.
But think about it.
You don't have to do
But
that.
if you think about it. But coach, think about this. When black people get a credit card 9 times out of 10, they think of it as free money. They ain't thinking about having to pay the bills later. They going out matching it out the first day.
Keeping it lower than 30%.
But then when those bills come,
keeping it lower than 30%, paying more off than the minimum, you know.
But let me ask you this. Coach, I don't mean to cut your wisdom, but do you teach that in your class?
That's part of.
You see what I'm saying?
That's part of percent and unit rate and all.
No.
Yeah. It's taught from me.
No.
I'm
saying you teach about credit cards in your class.
That's in the life skill class. I may give an example of a credit card. I may give an example of tipping a waitress, you know, to show percent rate or things like that. But life skills.
I want y'all to, I like that, coach. But I want you to listen to what what Van T said. You have to have discipline with it. Van T, how many people at 18, 19, 16 got discipline? It's only a few athletes that's disciplined like that. No, that has to start at home. That's what we were speaking about just a minute ago. We were speaking about that just a minute ago. Discipline has to start at home. If you teaching it in school and then you come back home, ain't nobody teaching you about financial literacy, ain't nobody teaching you about discipline about your money, you're gonna still be the person who spends the money. That's the way it goes. And we've all learned and we've all experienced that. Discovering, yeah. Okay. Oh, Discover. Yeah, saw us coming in 1989.
Oh Lord, that was good. That was good. Yeah. That's when they came out too, man.
Yeah. Discover card. Everybody had a Discover card. And now most businesses don't even take Discover card. They'll tell you on the impromptu, we do not take Discover. That is not a Master or a Visa. We do not take Discover. And just like Alejandro, he knows American Express is not accepted everywhere.
Right. And that pissed me off. I'm like, you mean I did all this? And you gonna tell me no?
Yeah, they don't accept American Express everywhere. So we have to really start paying attention to the details and, man, change our thought process. Get rid of all what we've learned growing up. Thinking with our own mindset of how we grew up and lived, we will forever be in debt. We will forever be in shackles. We will forever be talking about, man, why it's not happening for me? Because you haven't changed anything. You cannot change matter with matter. This is neuroscience. This is neuroscientists. They tell you this in neuroscience. You can't change matter with matter. That means you can't change your whole persona or being from, oh, this is what I'm gonna do, this is what I'm gonna do. You can't do it like that. You have to really evaluate your thought process. You got to get rid of your old thought process. And I mean, get rid of it. It's like quit smoking cigarettes or doing cocaine or doing whatever. You have to stop thinking the way you've been thinking and stop. And I don't mind taking a thought process from a Jim Rohn or Les Brown or somebody who's better than me. Some people say, oh, I ain't gonna be thinking like nobody else. I am, because I'm thinking I ain't got no money like they got. I'm a thousandaire. They're millionaires. So if I want to be a millionaire, I would have to put my millionaire mindset on as far as thinking like they think.
Yeah,
exactly.
My money don't go past thousands. 10, 20, whatever the case may be, my money don't go past that. If you got money past that and you're still thinking the same thousandaire thoughts, you're going to stay in that thousandaire mind frame. But if you're thinking, if you take the mindset of a millionaire and study it every single, it's like you send people to class every day and do math problems, right? It's like he teaches people how to make new dishes. Mike can teach somebody how to drive an 18-wheeler. I can teach somebody how to remodel a house. But if I'm not putting that inside their head every single day, getting the information and applying the information is two different things. So as being consumers, we really have to start understanding what we're consuming. A Popeye's chicken sandwich ain't finna make us no millionaires. It's gonna fucking it's gonna cause a heart attack.
Unless you own the Popeyes.
Yeah.
Definitely have to be mindful of what we're consuming, though. Be mindful of what we're consuming is a necessity, because it's going to make or break you. You know, whether it be what you're eating, what you're hearing, you know, what you're reading, you know, what you're seeing, all of that going to make a difference in where you go and where you're going to end up.
You're right, Coach. I'm not sure if it's like that out there, but even out here, like they show certain commercials in certain areas of town. Like, so out here, like, you know, say for instance, like Plank Road, they can look at all kind of commercials about that PrEP pill, gonorrhea, gingivitis, whatever kind of STD they have out there, but they're not going to be showing it like over here, like off of Highland Road, even the billboards. So it's like they teach them what they want them to know. So, I mean, you don't have to like remain limited to it, but just know the knowledge is out there. They're not just going to up and hand it to you.
Hey, you know what? To expound on that point, look at where you got all the liquor stores and churches. You go in a white neighborhood, especially a rich one, you ain't going to find a whole lot of churches. You might find a big church somewhere on the outskirts of town, But you go into a black neighborhood, you got them on every other corner. And on the other corner in between are the liquor stores.
Yeah.
So they're making
See,
that
they
stuff
got a
available to
system.
keep controlling. Yeah, that's how they
Well, now
control
they
it.
got the system already. That's the system. So they set up your neighborhood for you. They
Hmm.
designed your neighborhood way before you were born. They seen how powerful the Black Panther Party was. They seen how black people in general were strong together.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do is put a church and a liquor store and a drug and a pharmacist all within the same corners of each other, because after they see that church is not working, they're gonna start drinking and drugging. But we're gonna give them some pharmaceuticals because they're gonna get diabetes, they're gonna get high blood pressure, because we're putting these fast food places in their neighborhoods that's gonna cause all of that.
Hmm.
So you have to understand, once you do, it's like Dick Gregory said, you put the glasses of reality on, it's hard to take them off, man.
Yes, for real.
And I've really seen what this America is built off of. And I'm not going to be blind to it. I'm not going to act like, well, that's the way it is. No, it's not the way it is. That's the way you're accepting it. And that's the consumption that you're taking. If you keep taking, it's like what P. Diddy say, take that, take that, take that. Now look at it. Now look at him. His on the days he brought down somewhere taking that. But man, we just, that's all I be saying, bro. We have to really stop consuming that old thought process of whatever, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. It's not whatever. It's about what we make it, man. And we have the choice right now. Go ahead, Mike.
Have y'all ever heard that saying that a man that's educated is unfit to be a slave?
That's
You
right.
get out there and read, they can't control your mind anymore, because you liberate yourself. And then you start helping others to be liberated. That makes the changes. But that's why they put all this stuff in our neighborhood to distract. And now there's those distractions.
Dr. John Henry Clark said it best. He said, education is to reach the needs of your people. That was Dr. John Henry Clark. The education is to reach the needs of your people, not the wants, but the needs. So algebra is not going to be profitable when you just running a mom and pop store.
All right.
Division is, because that's basic math. Basic math is really subtraction and addition. Division and multiplication, that just simplifies. That means it just makes it go faster. That's not going to change the steel. It's not going to change the basics. The foundation of math is adding, subtracting. Division, multiplication is nothing but adding and subtracting. That's all it is. So we're not saying that, hey man, don't go to school. I'm gonna say this right here. If you go to school, or if you be in an atmosphere of where, and I'm gonna even just say school, because it's way bigger than schools, y'all. Because it starts at home. This is what needs to be taught at home.
Right.
Your financial literacy. You need to be telling your child how not to spend money. Because if we wait till they get to school, then the teacher's gonna tell us, oh, your child is up here acting out. They don't want to listen. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't teach me that at home. So why would I listen to you, teacher? Why would I listen to the teacher if they don't teach me that at home?
Right.
I need mom and dad to teach me some, you know. Well, no, they don't need algebra, Kiki. I don't feel like nobody needs algebra, me myself. Because you in life, you're not doing algebra. You're not doing algebra problems in life.
Yes, you are. Wait. I can tell you where you're using that key, and you might not even really think that you're using it. So say that you got a bathroom project, right? You got a bathroom project, and you know that you got to have 4 boxes of tile, right?
Okay.
Now, you know you got 4 boxes of tile, but you don't know how much grout you need until you write an equation in your head to figure out how much grout you need. That's algebra.
I don't even do
Your
that.
unknown is your grout. So that's where
Nah.
the X come in.
I can give you an
But
even better example.
the thing is, the very first time I did a project, I bought a big bag. If I run out, I use another bag. I'm not putting that in the equation because they don't sell you the exact amount of grout that you're gonna need. They sell it by the bag. If you need a bunch of grout, get a big bag. If you need a little grout, get a little box. That's math.
Okay.
That's the math.
All right.
Algebra is not even in there. They don't give you the equations for grout.
So do you find yourself?
If you're doing that, Coach, I'm gonna have to come up there and really show you some work.
No, I'm not gonna buy excess amount of grout. I'm gonna buy the much amount of grout I need. Exactly.
Why? Let me ask you this. Why?
I don't want to.
You don't believe that you're gonna have more projects? Do you believe that you're gonna have more projects?
Yes.
So
but I don't want to hold on to the grout.
Hold on. One more thing. How many bathrooms are similar in what you're doing? Or how many kitchens, backsplashes?
Most all of them the same.
So everyone, you have never repeated the process of the grout that you're using.
Yes, I have.
Simplify your life, man. Simplify your life. Buy a big bag. You see people buying 10 cases of water. But I'm saying, you buying 10 cases of water, so why not buy 10 cases of grout? They got it in Home Depot. They got it by the stop. Why won't you have it by the stop?
Your simplified is different than mine. I don't want to sit on no grout because now I got to worry about if it get wet.
Why would it get wet?
Where I'm storing it at?
Yeah, you store it in the garage in the proper place.
And so if you ain't got moisture barrier and moisture get in there, you liable to have to get a whole nother bag of grout. I'm just gonna figure out how much I need and use that amount.
Yeah,
okay.
Go ahead. Yeah. Let me ask you this. I don't mean to cut you short, Alejandro, Mr. All-Right. But let me ask you this, Coach. Honestly, how much meat you got in the refrigerator?
I don't know. Why do the cooking? I know I got a bunch of salmon in there.
I'm asking you this. Is it one pack of meat in the refrigerator that you finna cook?
No. It probably 4 packs.
He said, y'all, I didn't. He said it, I didn't.
I'm just saying.
You store that in the right place, don't you? Do you store that in the right place or don't you? So take care of the things that you need to take care of. Store the right things in the right places. Don't sit up here and act like, I'm going to make my point.
Let me give you a perfect example.
Okay,
I stored a lot of meat in my freezer. Stored a lot of meat in my freezer. My freezer went out. Was it in the correct place? Was the meat in the correct place in the freezer?
What?
But stuff happens, right? Stuff happens, and the freezer went out. So now I got to throw away all the meat. This is what I'm talking about the ground. When you consume things, you
put that meat in a bad place.
All I'm saying
you put it in a bad place. You put it in an old freezer. You knew that freezer was going out.
No, I didn't. I had it. I'm gonna tell you what happened. I found out what happened. It was overpacked, and I was blocking the vents that keep it going. I learned that.
That's why you don't. But see, now that goes back to your algebra. You wasn't supposed to have that much meat in
That's it. Hey, overconsumption. We talk about consuming and investing. It was overconsumption. I was consuming more meat than I needed to for no reason.
Yeah.
My eyes was bigger than my stomach.
Oh man.
That
Oh
was
man.
good.
Y'all.
That was good.
That's a good
We got to have that.
What you got, ROI?
We got to have that. Go ahead.
All right.
Hey, I'm gonna leave that one alone. I'm just happy that
You happy what? You happy what?
I'm just happy that you got another freezer.
Hey, I fixed that same one. It's on the patio right now. It's still working. What I'm telling you, I found out what was wrong with it. Overconsumption of meat. And I had too much meat packed in it. And it ended up going out.
Okay, let me ask you this, man. I'm gonna jump off the topic. I'm gonna jump off the topic of school. We're gonna get back to investment. Okay. Who do y'all? Oh, let me ask you this: do you know who the richest black man in America is?
A black man.
I can't tell you his name right now, but I do know. I know the top three, but I can't think of the
We're gonna go with Robert Smith for the top black man. All right. And David Stewart is number 2. But what I wanted to say about them is because they understand the future. So that goes back to me saying about unlearning everything that you've been taught as a child, as a young adult, as who you were yesterday. Unlearn all of that because they were thinking about technology back in the 90s.
Wow.
And look at technology today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Thinking about technology long before then. Did you know that the fiber optic cables were run underneath the ocean back in the 50s?
No.
Yeah.
That's the beginning from today's internet. All the infrastructure was put into place way back then before the machines were made that could actually use fiber optics and stuff is actually relatively new, but the infrastructure was way back.
Yeah.
They doing that in my neighborhood right now.
Robert Smith, he had money before he got that white wife.
That's why he got the white wife.
Before he got that.
Man, y'all go back and talk about brothers, man.
Before he got that naked white
woman.
He
went who make him happy, man. He went who make him
white
happy.
Woman.
The naked white woman.
The naked white woman. Unlearn to relearn. There we go, Shelly. There we go.
Now that's good. I'm glad that she said that. I'm glad that she said that because our traditional thinking is what get us caught up a lot of times. You know, what we've been taught early, or sometimes it ain't even what you taught; it's what you consumed, what you heard. You know, and you feel like you can apply it to your life right now when you haven't done any research to change, taking initiative to change who you are and where you're going. You know, we want to bring up reasons why we're where we're at when we can alter that at any given time by doing what needs to be done. You know, a lot of times people want to stay, I ain't going to say people, some of us want to stay stuck, want to stay stagnant and get content in life and afraid to invest and want to continue to be a consumer and spend instead of investing in many different things.
Coach, you know what I've learned from that too? They're afraid to fail.
Yeah.
Boom. Yeah. Boom. Yeah.
I lost that relationship. Oh man, me and the dude I love, we broke up, or me and the chick that I love, we broke up, or I lost my favorite job, or I really like that job. It's like you gotta understand, if you lose a job or lose a mate, that wasn't for you. God has a bigger plan for you than that job.
And you
a lot of people don't want to live in their purpose. They want to stay on let me stay on the job because if I go past that, well, I'm gonna be responsible for me messing up.
I ever shared with y'all, that's how I got into my own business. I was on a job doing plumbing work. They fired me. They let me go. They let me go for doing the plumbing work. I said, look here. I was a born painter anyway, 4th generation painter. But not until they let me go I was pushed. I was able to go for what I knew I already had in me. I went to the Connex and said, who got the paint contract? Right then and there, I found out who had the paint contract. I went on my first job about 2 hours away to paint an apartment complex. And guess what? Got beat on that first job.
I like that, Kiki. I like that.
Forced will do it. Yep.
You hear me?
Yeah.
Because you was forced.
Yeah.
They got rid of you for somebody else, but then that forced you to go back off into what you were meant to be.
Yeah.
Because God already
And that's most men. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, my bad. No, I'm saying because God already knew that he got too comfortable at that job that he's not gonna leave. When I got comfortable,
right.
That's it.
And I'm like, well, damn, they got rid of me after 7 years. Okay, and what happened? I made it.
It was destined.
That's right there.
And I still go there to eat.
That's right.
Hey, man, how you doing? You see me on Google. You see me on TV. I'm doing great.
That's it,
Yeah,
man.
definitely doing good.
I like
Yeah,
that.
I see you doing big things down there.
You spoke about
now you get comfortable, man.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of us in the black community. Oh boy, they gave me 50-cent raise. But the company just got a $100 million raise.
Yeah.
The company you working for just got an extra 100 million. And they gave you 50 cents.
Come on.
But you feel good about
You're happy
that.
with it.
And you want to stay there.
You're happy because you're comfortable and you want to be, it's like Jim Rohn said it best. Don't be lazy in learning.
Woo!
Don't be lazy in learning.
Wow.
Because what I know, education is that's your road to wealth right there. Applied education. Let me say that. The applied education, the applied knowledge. That's what's going to get you to that level that you're going to have to leave your friends alone. Or your so-called friends. Because if they were your friends, all y'all would be on one accord of learning.
Yeah.
Say, man, we got to learn this together. Hey, man, we got to push this together. You know, when I start talking to my so-called friends about what I do, yeah, boy, but say, man, what about them Cowboys though? But say, boy, what about
change the subject?
And then
real
people
quick.
like say, man, I see you doing good I see you been doing good with your show, and I see you doing good with your work, man. You ought to go hang out. To do what? What we gonna hang out to do? If we're not talking about putting your money in the stock market, we're not talking about cryptocurrency, we're not talking about building businesses, what are we gonna go do?
Yeah.
If you come to Miami, we're gonna go have fun, and then what we gonna do? Go right to our separate places, because we're not talking about the same future. Some people's future is, boy, I'm waiting to get this. Boy, I'm finna get this supervisor position next month. Boy, they finna make me supervisor. And some people's conversation is, man, I just bought me another business. So you can buy businesses that's already active. People don't understand. You can buy an apartment complex that's already got a renter in there. I mean, that's already got a landlord.
Yeah.
We can do all these. See, that's the homework that I'm doing. I don't know about nobody else. What I'm doing is learning that, hey, man, I need to go find out where the land is, even if it's in Wyoming.
Yeah.
I don't know nobody in Wyoming, but if I own land there and I fence it off properly and I go up there once a month, take a look and see what's going on, I feel like my land to be all right.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to be sitting here talking about, let me go buy one house when I can go buy 10 acres and it's the same amount as one house.
Yeah.
How much sense does that make? If I got 10 acres, I'm gonna sit here in my own city, in my hometown, and buy one house. When they selling 20 acres for the same amount as this one house. How much sense does that make? See, that's what my mindset is. I really don't want to buy a house. I want to buy some land, and I'll rent over here because my land is gonna take care of my rent.
Yeah.
If I put a cow or two on it, I don't have to pay no taxes. So now I got free land.
And
Finally.
you can uproot when you want to if you're paying rent.
Man.
Go somewhere else.
That's like if you.
I like that.
Say that again, Katie.
You don't
He
have to,
said he could buy the land and pay rent over here. The land will pay for his rent, right? And I was like, and you can uproot if you ever decide to relocate.
yeah.
See, with
Gotcha.
you buying a house, you pretty much planning to stay there. Although you can buy the house and rent it out later too, but
you have to stay there for 2 years before you rent it out.
There you go.
Because
You still got to stay there for 2 years.
yeah.
But if I buy the land and make people buy acres of land off of the one land, so if I buy the land, if I buy the 10 acres for $300,000-$400,000, but your 1 acre
Absolutely.
that I'm selling you with a house on it is going to cost you $300,000.
There you go.
That's what the investment mindset that I'm speaking about. I like that thought process.
Neighborhood. You talking about creating a whole cul-de-sac?
Yeah.
Well, that's the goal. That's what we all should be looking for, is putting our name on the street corner. That's like Donald Trump. Donald Trump is one of the best investors that I feel like, because he puts his name on buildings that he don't even own. He got his name on hotels. He's selling Bibles on social media, man.
Exactly.
The man has he has a meme coin, just like Dogecoin and Solana coin. He has a meme coin that people are investing in. This man has tennis shoes that he know people gonna buy. He put his name on the stimulus check, even though that he didn't give us the money, but his name was on the stimulus check. That is straight up advertisement. That's the best investor that I know.
I mean, his slogan is "Make America Pray
That's
Again."
Brandon.
That's the new one.
Make America great.
No, "Make America Pray Again."
That's the new one.
Oh,
now.
that's the new one.
Trump, yeah. When he was talking about
But because where's the lie at though?
Where's that?
right.
But where's the lie at though? He ain't lying, because half of us ain't praying every day no way.
Right.
Half of us wake up thinking we did it on our own.
Yeah.
I'm glad I woke up. Now you gotta be thinking God woke up, man. You ain't woke up on your own. Yeah. Yeah, Donald Trump is a genius. He tell you how not to pay taxes.
Yeah.
And that's what people don't understand. When you make an investment, if all your money is in Bitcoin, if all your money is in Amazon, you don't pay taxes. Hey man, I don't have a job. Well, how is your net 8 billion? Because it's 8 billion in assets. It's not in my possession.
Right.
So how can I pay taxes on an asset? That's still working, man. I don't know where it's going. It might flop tomorrow. So that's why we need to start paying attention to what millionaires do. Because you say you want to be out your situation, or if you're happy in your situation, stay where you at. But if you don't want to be in your situation, study Donald Trump, study Mark Cuban, study study the greats, man. Because they're the ones who are going to get you out your situation. I can't do it. This panel can't do it. That's what I'm studying. Even if I had $1 million, I still couldn't do it, because you have to make the decision on your own to get yourself out of that, to study me.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to make your mind up to study me. If I'm a billionaire, you have to make your mind up to say, hey man, I'm going to study this guy. What did he do? What did he go through? What did he be in? Not even the books he read, but what he done? What has he been through? What is he buying? Why is he buying it? Because see, we don't ask enough why questions. We always, oh, look at that boy. Look, I see you, boy.
We want to say
Boy,
how.
you doing good. Huh?
We want to say how.
Hmm?
We want somebody to always give us the game instead of researching the game.
Right.
I mean, if you notice, like a lot of rich people, like, they invest in a lot of art. You can have billions of dollars in assets and, you know, maybe a couple of $1,000 in the bank, but your house is $350 million. You know, whatever the case is. But no, it's like, you know, the broke mindset, they spend the money and then invest later. Rich, they invest and then they spend what they have left. There's only a couple of things you just got to focus on, change, tweak it. I mean, it's not going to happen overnight, but
you know,
not overnight.
If you put the correct type of art in your business, in your office, you know it's a tax write-off, right, every year. I've learned that. If you put a piece of art in your business, say like if you got a home-based business and you put a piece of art on the wall, you can write it as a tax write-off.
You got plenty of ways.
Some more free game. You winning, man. We got so many ways. It's like we got businesses out here that's attached to our names when we should have businesses like Starbucks. That doesn't have anything to do with coffee.
Right.
Nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? McDonald's was a person's name. McDonald's has nothing to do with a burger or a fry or nothing. But you hear the name McDonald's, now you associate the two. But if you just look at the name McDonald's with some M's, you're thinking, oh no, that's pretty unique. You're not thinking burger, fried, ice cream. You're thinking that. Starbucks. You're thinking about, oh, this in Hollywood stuff. But you're not consuming the fact that we don't put the two together. We're not gonna say a coffee shop, because that's not gonna attract nobody's interest.
Right.
Polo, a man with a horse on it, put it on the shirt. Right. Now he's a billionaire. Who don't have a polo in their club? Now you don't even have to have the horse on there no more. Now this collared shirt is considered polo.
Yeah.
Wow. So you got to make the right investments. You got to have the right investment mindset. And you cannot keep on thinking that you can change your life by speaking about it. It's not how your life changes. Your life changes by forgetting everything that you've ever learned and start listening to somebody you've never met before. It's like you believe in God. Some people believe in God. Some people say they got faith. But as soon as a situation come about, that consumer mindset come right back into play and be like, man, but I don't know how we're going to get out of this. No, I thought you invested your time in God. You say you invested in the faith system. But then when something tragic happens, you got the consumer belief system.
All right.
How can I get out of this? How can I pay for this?
Your relationships too. Or you're consuming a relationship or an investor. When I was just dating a bunch of girls, I was just consuming.
There you go.
Right.
When I started engaged, I started investing. Like, this is somebody I want to invest in, somebody I want to grow with. That's it.
That's it.
Bro. That's the main thing right there. Relationships.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's a female, male. I don't care if it's your teacher, your student, whatever the case is. You have to invest in the proper relationships as you grow, because if you try to keep them same people as you getting bigger, they're going to get mad at you. They're going to start resenting you, even though you're trying to teach them something. You're trying to give them the game, and they still
not even
going to
hear
hate you for it.
Yeah.
Right.
They can't hear you because they wife or they girlfriend or they husband done told them, hey, we don't do that. Instead of having your own mindset and say, hey man, we need to look at that honestly, because this is the future. A lot of people looking at the right now. They're not looking at electric cars already. You know what I'm saying? If you already got one electric car, don't you think everybody finna make electric cars?
Yeah.
Come on, Kiki. You ain't said nothing wrong. Say, as soon as you make it big, who gonna be there?
Yeah.
Say, boy, like 50 Cent say. And like 50 Cent say, you got so many of his old friends talking about, boy, yeah, we made it. How? No, I did the work.
Yeah.
How do I owe you anything for moral support? You didn't give me an idea. You didn't go door to door shipping my CDs. Did nothing to help me.
Yeah.
And you got that in relationships now where you got so many women, they see a man who's doing his thing, and then they thinking they just gonna jump on the bandwagon and ride.
Yep.
My man got it. But what idea did you give your man? What kind of nurturing did you do for your man to be in a positive place? What kind of help did you give him? See, it's not about financial help. A lot of women don't understand. If you give a man a piece of peace to say, hey, man, you know what? I heard you speaking about that thing, right? I got an idea.
That's all.
This might could help. This might could help you go to the next level. But some women who've been taught by Instagram thinking, I'm going to just fuck him real good. No, Cardi B told y'all. That's a bullshit. Cardi B told you. Don't listen to Megan. Don't listen to little JT from the City Girls. Y'all looking at these hoes selling albums. I ain't gonna call them hoes, but them hoes selling albums. They making their money.
And I mean, Cardi B hollering all that noise.
That's what they do.
With her husband no more.
No, they still together, man. They just,
They're
going through some.
I don't feel like they just going. Did they get a divorce?
She in public and hugging on another man. She said that she not with him.
Did they get a divorce?
Not to my knowledge. I don't even follow Cardi B like that.
Oh,
just scroll across my timeline.
Yeah, but I heard she was with Gillian Wallow the other day. Like she said herself, she said it takes a partnership.
Yeah.
She said that women did not work back in the day because they did not have a choice. They couldn't work. It was less jobs. Mm-hmm. So the man had to go be the provider to give you everything it wasn't the fact that granddaddy coming home with the check because he didn't have a choice. She couldn't go to work. Who's watching the kids? They didn't have daycare like we do now.
Right.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So we got to understand, man, as a union, man, we can take over everything that we ever thought of having. But we haven't been taught how to financially control ourselves. We haven't been taught emotional intelligence. We haven't been taught these things because we were taught to be out of control.
Wow.
Woman, talk back to your man. Tell him what you are. Da da da. Forget him. Don't respect that man if he ain't doing nothing for you. These are the things that they were taught. Men say, man, don't mess with her if she got a lot of guys under her belt. You don't understand. Give me a hoe. Because I know she ain't gonna be surprised about none of this shit when I get big. When I get this bread, she gonna be like, oh, nigga, I dated a nigga who had 100,000 votes. Nigga, you ain't said shit. So when I get this money, ain't no surprise on, I seen that nigga, boy. You see his friends? Yeah. No, I got millionaire friends now because I'm a millionaire. You don't have to, you got to understand where you at in life and who you dealing with in life. That's why I made that post, man. Meet people where they are. Understand who they are. And then watch what you consume. Because you keep consuming from broke people, you keep consuming information from people who will never be on that level. What are you going to get in your life? Nothing.
That's fact.
Man.
It's been a good
I'm telling you, man. I ain't mean to take up the whole show, y'all, but we've been having some good conversations, man. This been good. Coaching that algebra, trying to get me to do algebra. I'm not doing algebra, coach. I'm going to add and subtract. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to give me you're
right about that now, that division and multiplication and addition and distraction. I like when you said that. I was like, yes, sir. You own to something right there.
Yeah. And I know X times Y equals pi and all that. But that ain't gonna get me a quarter, man. You know. Volume, now when you do volume and you do the concrete measurements, you know, that's another thing. But
yeah.
Laying tile, I know the square footage. Give me 10 boxes of that, man. I need 10 boxes of that. I'm gonna get a big bag of grout because I know they want to do the other bathroom later. So I'm gonna have this grout right here already for that. Give me another extra 10 bags of thin set because they said they want to do the other bathroom later. So I got extra 10 bags of thin set. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by having abundance on what I need. I'm not talking about doing algebra. Oh boy, I seen 15 grout lines. Let me go get a bag and a half of grout.
Boy, you crazy.
They ain't gonna give it to me. Yeah, they ain't gonna give it. Alejandro ain't gonna say, man, let me get a half a stick of butter. Let me get 2 sticks of butter and a half a stick. They ain't gonna give it to him. Yeah, he gotta buy the whole box, man. Yeah, you gotta have X equal extra. Come on, Kiki. X equals extra.
I mean, but that's just like what the detox tea we used to buy or still buy. You know, they're not gonna sell you like 14 for
a pack.
You get a 30 count or a count, and I just break it down, just like with grams.
That's
Coach, how many grams second milk?
You gotta have your grams. Come on, Trap.
On a gram.
I didn't hear you. Say again.
I said, how many milligrams on a gram?
1,000.
Yeah, exactly. So when I used to cut my other products and I was trying to get somebody an 8 or a quarter, I knew exactly what map, baby. And I'm gonna go sit on the scale, be like, hold on, give me this back. I ain't doing that.
There you go.
That was what you say. That was Coach. The coach did that.
Yeah.
Kiki talking about we know algebra. We don't know algebra.
Right. Y'all using it, don't even know you be using it. Even Mike down there with his mileage on his truck be using algebra. He don't even know it when he do his logbook. Be using algebra.
I know it. I know that you use the algebra when you're trying to figure out how many outlets you're going to put in a house.
Yeah.
You know what else has mileage, Mike?
What?
What's that? What?
What he said?
I
said, you know what else sells mileage? I said them lot lizards.
Them lot lizards.
They got the mileage on them.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, Kiki. Oh, you start, Kiki. Kiki said y'all know algebra. Y'all don't know no algebra.
Oh shit. Algebra.
Boy, we know y'all. Hey, y'all been on TV too long. Y'all need to get out of here. Y'all talking. She said algebra. Come on now.
Wow.
Oh, that was Luther. My bad. That was Luther. Oh, algebra. Algebra did that singing. He did all that, man. Oh my God. I was laughing too hard. Man, it's been a good show, man. I know I talked too much this show, but there was some points. It was good tonight for me. I felt good. Mm-hmm. I've been watching a lot of these. I've been watching a lot of investments, man. A lot of investing shows. You know, EYL University. That's me right there. Mm-hmm. But you know, Wall Street Trapper, Master Investing. Ian is the Master Investor. And Troy and Rashad, man, all of them guys right there, you know 19 Keys, my guy. But EYL, man, go to that page, like that page, and man, y'all listen to a lot of their stuff, man. They have great people on there. Like tonight, they're gonna have April Ramsey gonna be on the show tonight at 10 on that channel. With Rashad and the Blackout. That's what it's gonna be. That's the Blackout show. Right. Yeah, she gonna be on there. April Ramsey, she's a great female. She lets you know what makes a woman submissive. She keeps you on point on how to treat a woman. You know, a lot of times, bro, these young boys don't know how to treat women because they daddies wasn't shit, you know? And so that's where we got to come in at, even if we the uncle. We got to let our boys know, say, man, don't treat that woman like this. Do that woman like that, you know, and then like who like you. Don't try to go after the chick that everybody like. They know, and she not studying none of y'all. But she's studying that one dude in the corner who ain't saying shit to her.
Yeah.
But hey, man, it's been a great show. Let's go out with some good information, man, for the people. Coach, what you got for us, Coach?
Study your algebra. Nah. No, I enjoyed the show, really. I want you to think about each and every day. Am I a consumer or am I an investor? If I am a consumer, what am I consuming? Do I aspire to be an investor? You know, those are the things you should be asking yourself daily. And once you decide on being an investor, do your research on what to invest in, not just on a monetary basis, but even so in your life. Where do you see yourself at down the road? How do you vision yourself? What do I need to do to invest in myself to be better tomorrow?
There it is. Hey, man. All right, Mr. ROI.
I'm gonna say successful investing is about managing risk, not avoiding it. There's a risk in everything that you do. Yeah, successful investing is not about avoiding risk. It's about managing it.
Yeah. You can't avoid the risk. It's all a risk. Waking up every day is a risk. So definitely take the risk, man. What was Les Brown? He had that analogy where he had the scenario where the two TV salesmen went out. I mean, one of them seen that it was raining. He said, "Oh man, it's raining. I got to stay in." And the other one seen it was raining. He said, "Oh man, with it raining like this, everybody gonna be in the house."
Exactly.
This time it's a good. Oh, that was Jim Rohn. Yeah, Jim Rohn said that one.
You heard me? Les Brown said that.
That was Les Brown?
Yeah.
That was Jim Rohn.
When he said he used to be selling TVs door to door. He had a certain amount.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that was right. Mike, what you got for us?
Well, I'm gonna say you got to decide what you are, consumer or an investor. If you look at the price of something and say, "Can I afford it?" you're a consumer. If you look at their price and say, "Can I not?" you say, "Why can I not afford it?" You got to know what you want and go get it. So just become investors. Invest in yourself.
Yeah.
I like the way
invest
you word
in yourself.
because I was thinking something else.
Yeah.
When you said, "Oh, you got to look at the price and be like, oh, how much is it? Can I afford it?" You'll cut like you can be a consumer or you can be a customer if you can afford it.
Yeah. It was nice though. It was nice, man.
I just want everybody to remember this, man. Wealthy people will always give other wealthy people ideas on how to make a consumer a better consumer.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Yeah, wealthy people gonna talk about ideas. Average people talk about people, average people talk about something, man, and poor people talk about people or something like that. But y'all know, man, it's been great. Another showdown. Appreciate everybody for tuning in.
Yes, sir.
And man, we'll be back next Wednesday at 8:30 with something else good. Probably have another guest. We're gonna find out some things. You know, I like these guests sometimes. They be bringing some heat around here, man. They be bringing some heat. They have people stalking people pages, and that's good. That's some good stuff.
Yeah, Lord.
But man, y'all have a great evening, man. We had fun as usual. And we're gonna tune in next week, man. Y'all tune in next week, 8:30 on YouTube. Like, subscribe, and share over there. Go like the videos over there, man. We having fun over there. So hey, man, till the next time. Peace, y'all.
Welcome to April.
Welcome to April.